from the EA Sports Arena in Vancouver. It's the 50s All-Stars and the Los Angeles Clippers. Hi, I'm Marv Albert, along with the czar, Mike Fratello. Here are the player introductions.
Starting at forward.
The Clippers get possession, and we're off and running. Jaric has time, can't find the hole. He takes the rebound. Harrison with the shot, Pettit with the find. Shays allowing no movement by his man. Brand with his foot over the line. Out of bounds. It's an errant pass thrown by the 50s All-Star. Flushes it down. Elton Brand. Spinning. Here's Sharman. Jumper doesn't go. Brand tries the jumper. Comes up with two. Cousy working from the middle. Sharman stepped on the line. The Clippers are lucky that pass did not get picked off.
They've thrown a number of careless passes, Marv.
Out of bounds off the glass. He tees it up.
McGetty is having an off night. He's below 20%.
From the low block. The hook shot's no good.
Good interior defense will help win games.
That was a solid defensive play by Brand. Jaric with the helper. Layup's good. Here's Cousy, able to finger roll. Jaric directing traffic from the left side.
They're trying to use a double team to shut down the offensive play. Great job moving the ball on offense and finding the open man in the post.
Brings it up court. Pettit right at the basket. Hits the finger roll. LA could have prevented that basket.
The defense should have rotated to pick up the man with the ball.
He shoots.
Jaric is struggling out there. He's below 20%.
Off the mark from the top of the circle. The Clippers will be looking to pass the ball down low and score from inside. They're very successful when they can establish their inside game.
The difference today will be the zone defense, which makes it more difficult to get the ball inside.
Cousy moving inside.
McGetty made him make enough of an adjustment to throw his shot off. A nice defensive play that time.
He doesn't bite on the fake. Jaric rises up, can't hit for two. We're seeing tremendous defensive pressure being applied by Cousy.
Defensive foul to number 20.
Jaric commits the foul, his first.
His first personal. Team
makes the first. A nice hustle by Brand. Kittles with the jumper. They're doing a very nice job right now rebounding the ball.
The other team is not...
Sends it back. That was great timing by Jaric. The ball is kept moving by LA. Comes up empty.
They have to make a team effort to box out when they're playing a zone defense. Offensive rebounds are very costly.
Out of bounds, last touch by the 50s All-Star. Pettit is fouled by Maggette.
To number 50, Corey Maggette.
The loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the 50s All-Star. Kittles with the notion to fire. No good from the right of the circle. Shays gets inside. Good concentration on that shot.
He saw that defender coming for the block and readjusted his release just enough to get it off and in. A pretty nice play on his part.
Arizona with the nice defensive play.
The quick hands to strip the ball and run it back the other way.
He elevates
to number 50, Corey Maggette.
Kuzi is fouled by Maggette. First shot is good.
There's enough time for them to get a 2-for-1 if they hurry.
LA looking to talk it over. We have about 40 seconds left to play in this quarter. No good from the right of the circle. Sharman steps out of bounds. From the post, jumpers off the mark. Sharman from close range.
To number 35, Chris
The basket and the foul.
He showed tremendous body control just to get that shot off, let alone drop
for the
it.
50s, Bill Sharman.
Sharman comes away with a three-point play. Less than 24 now. The shot clock is turned off. 14 seconds showing on the clock. Simmons with defenders all over him. Well, as the first quarter draws to a close, the 50s All-Stars a near turnover. Gets to it from behind. Chris Kaman. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. He misses the leg. Simmons is on it. Couldn't get it to fall. He got hit. Had to change it up, and it just would not go.
He read the offensive player perfectly.
That was a very impressive defensive play by Kaman. What a play. He collides midair with the defender. Somehow was able to make the adjustment and gets the shot to fall. Amazing. Sharman on the pull-up.
Sharman is shooting 25% from the field.
Kittles in heavy traffic.
Kittles is shooting 20% from the floor.
Kuzi tries the spin move. Pulling up. Misfires from the baseline.
Garrett, nice job of denying the open look to force the miss.
Hits the two.
Bobby Simmons.
Kuzi, little room to move. Terrific defensive stop down low by Brand. Pettit is fouled and it'll be charged to Yarich. Good on the first. He is doing a fantastic job on the defensive end, Czar.
He hasn't shied away from the physical play, and he's been able to come away with the missed shots.
Hits for two.
The 50s team is having a hard time slowing down the other team offensively.
They need to get a defensive stop to avoid getting discouraged. Out of bounds on the loose ball. Kuzi stays on his feet. Lays it home.
Bobby Simmons.
That's now several missed shots in a row. The tough D is making it very difficult for him to get on a roll offensively.
Nice ball movement from the Clippers. The two's no good. Pulls in another rebound. Harrison with the jump shot. No good from straight away.
The poor shooting is a result of a lack of execution on the offensive end. They need to regroup, run their offensive sets, and start scoring the basketball. Kittles is shooting 42% from the field.
Shays low in the post, gets two with the finger roll. Yarick sets it up on the right side. The shot counted for two.
Bobby Simmons.
From the paint, finger rolls good. Arizona comes up with the answer at the offensive end.
These guys are so competitive, it's a lot of fun for the fans to see them go head-to-head.
Yarick surrounded. Shots no good. They've continued their reluctance to give out any second chance opportunities.
They've kept up their effort to chase down every defensive rebound, Marv.
Kaman releasing, can't hit for two.
They can't afford to give up offensive rebounds when they're playing zone. It doesn't matter how effective your zone is. If you keep giving away second chance opportunities, the other team will score on you.
Can't hit the turnaround.
Kaman was able to contest that shot and force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense from him right now.
Comes up empty.
Very surprising to see him miss several in a row. Normally a very consistent shooter.
Rejected from behind. Chris Kaman. With the jumper, misses the two.
The other team is really struggling to score.
A stellar defensive effort by Arizona. Yarick is fouled on the shot and heads to the line to shoot two. It drops. Yarick makes both free throws. Cousy with no room to breathe.
Defensive
Count
foul
the
to
basket.
number 20.
And the foul. He's headed to the line.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Shooting one for the 50.
Cousy could not get it to go
Into the
for a
game
three-point
for the Los
play.
Angeles Clippers, number 29, Lionel Chalmers.
With the shot, the two's no good.
It's unbelievable that they're missing this many easy shots and still lead the game. Doesn't say much for the other team.
The layup doesn't fall. Rebound number one. Kaman with the facial. Cousy with the delivery. About 40 seconds left in the quarter. Chalmers sets it up on the left side. Covered tight by Arizona. Rejected by Petty.
His timing was perfect. That was a spectacular block.
That should help energize his teammates at the defensive end. The layup doesn't go. Loose ball out of bounds. 14 left to play in the quarter. Kittles elevates and shoots. The two's no good.
Pettit used his size to take away the clean look and forced him into that miss.
Gets his hands on another rebound. So the second quarter comes to a close. The 50s All-Stars trail by 6.
Yo, it's your favorite
Here are the key
band,
players
Wild
at the
Punch.
half. Here's Shays. Missed the layup. The poor shooting continues here. Not an impressive showing at the offensive end.
They do not look like a confident team right now. They need to bounce back soon or the lead could be out of reach. The Clippers pick the defense apart from down low. If turnover, he comes away with that pass.
From down low, that's the first rebound of the game by McGetty. The Clippers not falling for any fakes, just staying home in front of their man. Misses the turnaround. He used his length and forced the shooter to shoot it over him. Some good defense played by Kittles. He puts one up, can't hit the two. He hustles it down. The Clippers are all over their opponents. Advances up court. Chris Kaman one-hands it. He blows the layup. He collects the rebound. Puts down the one-hander. Kerry Kittles. The 50s All-Stars continue to struggle.
Their poor play has caught up with them, and they're now facing a double-digit lead. They need to step up the defensive pressure and get some easy baskets.
No good from the right of the circle. He didn't get the block, but prevented the basket anyway.
That's just good hustle to narrow the gap between them.
Oh, a great rejection. Elton Brand off target with the turnaround. The Clippers are very active right now at the defensive end.
They're grabbing every rebound and playing with a lot of energy.
Chalmers tees it up, comes up empty.
Shays is very active right now on the defensive board.
He's done a nice job of anticipating the misses for the rebound.
That was a careless play, Mark. There was very little pressure from the defense.
Brand with the assist. Yes! Here's Pettit. He misses the lane. He comes up with it. McGetty in traffic. The Clippers have an 18-point lead. Pettit posting up. Sent back by Kaman.
He knew exactly when to go for the block. Great anticipation.
Chalmers gets it off. Misses the two. 3 boards so far by Sherman. Cousy working the post off the backboard.
Kerry Kittles.
Setting it up on the right. Arizona shows the spin move. The layup doesn't fall.
Los Angeles continues to do a very good job of crashing the boards at the defensive end.
He shoots.
McGetty is shooting 37% from the floor.
Here's Sharman. Bill Sharman dunks it with both hands. Chalmers up with the shot. Blocked from behind. Chris Kaman. Brand gets into the paint. He serves up the facial. Pettit at the rim. Finger rolls good. That was a disappointing play on the defensive end.
Where was the help? Someone should have rotated to cut off the penetration.
Brand closely guarded, off the mark from the post. What a move! Bob Cousy.
Cousy.
McGetty with the shot. No good from the right of the circle. Arizona fights off his man and gets to the miss. What a play! Cousy from up close.
Corey McGetty.
He did a nice job of poking it away from the dribbler and coming up with the steal.
$15 seconds to play in the quarter. Gets the tip.
Cousy extended himself there to force him into the difficult shot.
The spin.
Los Angeles foul to number 35. Chris Kaman.
The defensive foul committed by Kaman. That's his second personal. Cousy's good on the first. Cousy gets them both. Kaman at the basket. Shames getting after the missed shot. So after 3, the 50s All-Stars trail by 18.
They're changing things up and switching to a zone defense. They're hoping a different look will disrupt their opponent's offense.
Kittles with no one around him. On the mark with that jumper. Kuzi's setting up down low. They are able to come up with the rebound.
The defense did a great job of getting the position on that shot.
Yarich tries the jumper. Counted for 2. The layup doesn't go. Kittles. Handling. In the low block.
50s foul.
They're at the line and ahead by a comfortable margin. Their coach really had them prepared well for this game.
Basketball runs through the veins of the Dunleavys. Mike's son, Mike Jr., was a standout at Duke and now plays in the NBA.
The 2's no good. Kaman able to gather in that miss.
Once he establishes his position, it's tough for guys to try to get an advantage on him.
Kittles fires. Can't hit for 2. Puts it in from close range. He misses the layup.
The Clippers have continued to be active on the defensive boards and have limited the amount of second chance opportunities.
Kittles being guarded closely. Comes up with 2. The layup doesn't fall. The Clippers giving their opposition no room to move. Kittles with the jumper. The Clippers lead by 30. The 50s All-Stars are called for the backcourt violation.
That violation was the result of careless basketball, Mark.
They cannot afford to make mental errors. It doesn't go. Pettit with another rebound. Missed the layup. Kittles lets it go. Kittles is 9 for 18 from the field.
Harrison able to avoid the block to drain that shot. What a play.
With the pull-up, hits the 2. Arizon from down low, on the mark with the turnaround. Yarich on the pull-up.
Yarich is struggling out there. He's below 20%.
Takes it up with both hands. Bill Sherman.
Left in the 4th quarter.
Maggette from point-blank range hits the close one. The nice spin move. Brand knocks it away. They've used their last foul.
First foul in the final.
No good. Couldn't get either to fall. He puts it up. Yes! Converts even with the defender coming.
That is a tougher shot than it seems. Oftentimes when a man is running at you, you're worried about the contact. You're rushing your shot. A lot of things go through your head. He didn't let any of that distract him.
Brand goes to the back down. He gets his hands on the miss. Puts it down with power.
Harrison should have tried to tie him up and stop the easy basket.
The layup doesn't go. We have a timeout called by LA.
Number 21, Bobby Simmons.
Simmons on the left side. Kuzi with solid defense lays it home. Cousy picked up by Simmons. This is not a matchup that bodes well for the defense. 10 seconds to get a shot off. He blows the layup. Bobby Simmons throws it down. He elevates, hits for two. LA wants time.
Game for Los Angeles, number 54, Chris Wilcox.
Pretty nice job of passing by Los Angeles.
It looks like they're trying to double team the offensive player.
10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Only 5 to get a shot off. Barnes with 3 on the clock. Counted for 2. The shot clock is off as they play this out. With the jumper, can't get it to fall from the baseline. This contest is over.
The 50s All-Stars struggled all game to find a consistent flow on offense.
No loss is a good loss, but to be blown out at home, that has to be embarrassing.
No doubt, Mark. Their fans expected better.